Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about new Google AdWords tricks that you can try in 2017. So I'll go ahead and kick things off. So first and foremost, YouTube advertising. Because they're trying to compete with Facebook right now, you are going to get the ability where you can basically retarget people that are searching for a specific keyword. So let's say somebody is searching for red shoes. With YouTube, I can actually target all those people, similar people to that, with my video on red shoes specifically. And that's going to be really powerful because there's a lot more intent that's behind what people are searching for. So I do recommend jumping in on that before other people do.
Another thing that I like doing is for everyone who goes to my checkout page, I actually have a remarketing video that breaks on what you're going to get. And I do that and I run that through Google AdWords remarketing as well as YouTube. And the YouTube works actually better because I can actually show them what they're going to get. And that has brought down my CPAs by over 20%.
Don't forget about the responsive kind of ads that you can run now. Again, they're trying to compete with Facebook. And actually, these responsive ads are 1200 by 628. So you create these ads, and then they can move around. They can adapt. When it comes to display advertising, people don't want to create 300 by 250 square, 1200 or all these dimensions that you have to think about that designers want to shoot themselves over. So take these ads that you have on Facebook, and then you can use kind of Neil's tactic where you're retargeting people based on pages that they visited with these responsive ads. And we've seen a pretty good lift from that overall. And what I'll also add too is Google's added the extended ads too. So you can take up more real estate. Make sure that you're actually using these too and test them. I shouldn't say make sure that you're using them. I should say make sure that you're testing them to see how these actually do. Because sometimes these extended ads where you have more characters, they actually will perform actually worse than the old stuff that you have, which is the less character. So I recommend testing those out, but that is a new thing that you can do as well.
With paid advertising, the trickiest part is cost is going to go up over time because it just becomes more competitive. So it's all about how do you get the cost lower, and the lower you can get it, the more profit you can end up making. One thing that I love doing when it comes to both Google or YouTube ads, right, however you want to end up slicing and dicing it, is I start running different variations of my ads, right? So if people keep seeing your ads over and over, there's some sort of fatigue. And what I found out is if you rotate them up drastically, and what I mean drastically, some people saying oh, every month change it up or every other week change it up. I'm changing up some of my ads literally every 2 or 3 days. And I know that sounds crazy, but what we're finding out is our CPCs, especially on the YouTube end, are 30, 40% less than when we don't rotate them up.
Great. And one other thing to think about, this is not exactly new, but something that probably most people aren't doing, run RLSA ads. So these are retargeting ads that basically people search that appear on your site. Well, you can retarget them afterwards if they're searching for something, right? So if they visited Neil's page on the advanced marketing program and they leave, they don't buy it. Well, Neil might retarget them later, if they search for a marketing program or something like that. And, his ads are only going to show the people that have visited his site. So that way he's going to save a lot on his costs, and, people are a lot more qualified that way. And one other thing that I'll add is phone calls too. A lot of people don't utilize phone calls, but still a lot of people are old fashioned. We get, some good leads that come through our phone sometimes. So, using, you can use Google call tracking and see how it's performing. And sometimes your costs will be, a little lower. They might be a little higher, but in some cases the lead quality might be a lot higher. So your overall CPA is good. So, phone calls, think about that. And then you can also integrate a tool like CallRail as well to get a little more granular tracking in terms of how your certain keywords are performing. And also, track the overall kind of quality of your different segments. Neil, anything else to add?
Most people who are using YouTube and Google are logged in. I gave this tip on a previous podcast for LinkedIn, but no one really does this for Google either. So for a lot of our ads, we collect emails. And what we found is if we send the email ad directly to a landing page that has or not an email ad, if we send the ad to a landing page that's collecting emails, whether it's from YouTube or Google, and we're using the authentication feature, we tend to save quite a bit of money on our CPAs. Like it's well into the double-digit percentiles.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Marketing School. These are just some tricks that you can try. Obviously, this is a short podcast, so I recommend if something sounds interesting to you, definitely look into it a little more before you start spending these dollars. Anyway, that's it for today. We will see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.